Hello, my amazing friends. Welcome back to my channel. Have you ever met a stranger who changed the way you think forever? Sometimes the greatest lessons don't come from books, they don't come from teachers. They arrive unexpectedly through a simple conversation with someone you may never meet again. Today's story is about a young woman, a delayed train, and one unforgettable journey that changed her life forever. Listen carefully because this story might change the way you look at your own life. Let's begin. The rain fell gently across the railway station. People hurried from one platform to another. Some looked at their phones, others carried heavy bags. Nobody seemed to notice the young woman sitting alone on a wooden bench. Her name was Sophia. She was 26 years old. In her hands was a small envelope. Inside it was another rejection letter. It was the seventh job she had failed to get that year. Sophia closed her eyes. Maybe I'm simply not good enough, she whispered. Just then, an announcement echoed through the station. The train has been delayed for 1 hour. Many passengers sighed with frustration. Sophia did the same. She felt as if life itself had been delayed. While waiting, she noticed an elderly woman sitting nearby. The woman wore a simple blue coat and held a worn leather notebook. Unlike everyone else, she wasn't looking at her phone. She was smiling, not because something exciting had happened, but because she seemed peaceful. After a few minutes, the elderly woman looked at Sophia and asked, "Long day?" Sophia smiled politely. "You could say that." The woman nodded. "I've learned that difficult days often teach the best lessons." Sophia laughed softly. "I don't think today is teaching me anything." The woman gently closed her notebook. "Then perhaps you are looking in the wrong direction." Sophia looked confused. The woman pointed toward the railway tracks. "Do you see those tracks?" Sophia nodded. They never argue about where to go. They simply continue forward, slowly, patiently, until they reach their destination. Sophia remained silent. The woman continued. "Life is much the same. Most people stop walking because they can't see the destination. But every meaningful journey begins before the destination is visible. Those words stayed in Sophia's heart. When the train finally arrived, they boarded together. During the journey, the woman shared stories from her own life. She had once lost her business. She had failed many times. She had even started over at the age of 50. But failure, she said with a smile, is not the opposite of success. It is often the road that leads to it. Hours passed quickly. Soon the train reached its final station. Sophia picked up her bag. Before leaving, she turned to thank the woman, but the seat beside her was empty. Only the small leather notebook remained. She opened it carefully. Inside, one sentence was written on the first page. Never measure your future by today's disappointment. There was no name, no address, nothing else. Only those words. Sophia carried that notebook everywhere she went. Whenever she wanted to give up, she read that sentence again. Instead of waiting for opportunities, she created them. She learned new skills. She improved her English. She practiced speaking every day. Months later, she received a job offer from an international company. Years later, when people asked her, "What changed your life?" she always smiled and answered, "It wasn't the job, it wasn't the money, it was one conversation on a delayed train." Sometimes the people who change your life stay with you for only a few moments. Listen carefully. Every conversation, every challenge, every delay may be preparing you for something greater. Never lose hope because of today's disappointment. Your journey is still unfolding. Thank you for listening. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more motivational English stories. Question of the day: have you ever met someone who changed your life with just a few words? Share your story in the comments below.